Okay, so I'm at this lake and I'm about to do a cold plunge. And this is something that I enjoy doing often, but it never really gets easier, and I'm just sitting here reassuring myself that everything's okay and that it will be worth it. I'm a little nervous because there's tons of cars around and they all just have people in them and nobody's in the water. I think that's my biggest withdrawal right now, is that I'm about to get in my bathing suit and have a live audience watching me. Alright, I'm definitely gonna do it. Good morning. It's time for an adventure. Although it's not morning, it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but I did go get some coffee. I slept in today because time is irrelevant in Alaska. So, real quick before I take you guys on an adventure, it's so weird because I've been living here for 2 weeks and I cannot go anywhere without running into someone I know, and the people at the coffee shop actually know me by name. Which I'm not sure that's a good thing or not, but it's really interesting because I feel like I've lived here like my whole life and it's been 2 weeks. Like, imagine what the rest of the summer is going to be like. It's actually really cool. As someone who travels like alone and doesn't really have a community, like every time I run into someone that I know, I just like leave smiling and just having like the best time because I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like I belong here. Like, I've had that realization so many times in the last 2 weeks that like I literally feel like I belong here. Like, I was supposed to come here. Like, I'm exactly where I need to be. So that is really special. Okay, well, let's
go have some fun. and the uncontrollable laughing right now. I am going to write several books in my life, but I've decided that one of them has to be Meet Me Where the Pavement Ends. Maybe that should be my ode to travel book, because these dirt roads, y'all. I'm just trying to go to the lake. So, you can see Denali from here, right around there. I have seen it every day for the last 3 days, which is pretty exciting. It's a good view.
I'm a little sad because I made it to the end of the road. It goes on, but it like veers off that way, and the lake is that way. And I found this on just by looking on Google Maps. So I wasn't even sure you could get to it. Let me show you. You probably can't even see that. And there's like a mass buzzing going on here, like buzzing everywhere. It's probably a matter of time before the mosquitoes find me. But yeah, that kind of sucks. I like had this dream of sitting by the lake all day. And I drove down some very wild roads to get here. It's still beautiful. Okay, the coolest thing just happened. So I was about to get in my car and leave because I wasn't gonna hike down to the lake, and this girl pulls up and we start talking for a minute and decided to walk down to the lake together, which is really cool. So yeah, I made a friend. Claire, if you're watching this, thank you. I wasn't gonna go to the lake otherwise. I really do love it here. Kind of wild, but I just found this boardwalk in the middle of nowhere. I'm like on a dirt road. Anyway, so yeah, there wasn't anything that said don't walk it, so I'm going. Okay, one of my favorite things, but also kind of terrifying, but one of my favorite things about hiking alone is that it just like awakens all of your senses, because you have to like be in the present moment. Like you have to be aware of everything that's going on. So like it's a practice in like meditation, because you can't just like, I mean, sometimes I do just let my mind wander, but I mean, I'm out here in moose country. Like I have seen at least 50 moose since I've been in Alaska. And sometimes at a very unsafe distance. And that's not my fault. It's just that, you know, sometimes they're just like right on the road. But yeah, anyways, you have to be hyper aware And it just like, I don't know, makes you feel alive, you know? I'm alive. I'm so happy. Wow, this feels, I don't even know if you can see my head or if I'm cut off. This literally feels like a movie. I've endured a lot to get to this point. And it's like such a breath of fresh air. I literally cannot believe that this is the only state I hadn't been to. This is my last state. And it is just one of the most beautiful places I have ever seen. It's wild. Alright, time to head back. Okay, I'm home now and fueling up on food. And no, this is not ice cream. It's chicken. Yum, yum, yum. I have made it a habit of eating my meals out on my patio, which is really nice because this is my view. Seriously incredible. I've had this overwhelming feeling like so many times since I've been here that like this is where I'm supposed to be right now, which is so wild. But just like this sense of community that it just like I immediately like fell into my place and like immediately like felt like I like belonged here. And I have the best job with like the best manager and like the best perks, and I just get to, I don't know, just like live honestly like my dream life. Like I have my own apartment and a kitchen, and like I work full time, but yet like I have so much freedom, and the sun never sets. So it's like even after I'm done working 8 hours a day, I can just like go and drive into the park, or you know, drive to town, or just sit here and stare at the mountains for hours. It's so beautiful. One last thing before I go. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching these videos. I just want to thank you so much for all of the, I don't know, like overwhelming support that you've given me, whether it was through Instagram or YouTube or really like anything. So many of you reach out to me, and I seriously cannot thank you enough. You guys are making me feel really good about recording my videos and stuff. I kind of wish I had done this sooner because I spent 4 years wandering around the country, and the footage I do have is not my best, but I have my memories, and that is good enough. But I do really enjoy sharing my story on here, so thank you guys. See you in the next one.